Welcome back, everyone. This is Robert at Custodian File. Today is 2/8/25. We're going to revisit this video real quick again from Ben, Oklahoma City. It's a new video, brand new, from today. Very unusual video. It's a white orb approaching. I've enlarged the video, slowed it down using the 360 Xbox. It appears to be touching the wing. It gets a lot brighter. Puzzled by it. Why did it get significantly brighter? There could be the reflection of the sun right there. Also appears to disappear right there also. So is it getting brighter because it's being energized? It's about to slip into another dimension. What is going on with this stuff here? Phenomenal. Just when I thought there were no other characteristics about these orbs, dragons. I know that's kind of arrogant. Like, how can you say that? We're not even 1% through this. But it's just they just keep surprising us. Who knows? Who knows what's next? But what is really going on? Why is he touching the tip of that wing, just like the tip of the wing of the airliner? Static charge. Let me get your feedback. Let me hear from what everybody thinks here. It's really, really in the back of my head here. What are we looking? What are we trying to? I think there's a discharge there also, just like with the airliner. It could be hitting the wing with some type of scan, like I don't want to say a laser, but some type of a particle scan, electron scan. Something's going on. It's 1 in a million. Ben, thank you so much for a great video. Please, anyone could do this. Take your cell phone out, hold it sideways, landscape, zoom in on an airplane, helicopter, not too close, record for 30 seconds, check your video for a dot or even for white orbs, a dark dragon or a white orb, and share with the rest of us. Reach out. Okay, let's go to the next. Super, from Ben again, Oklahoma City. Look at this. This is the saucer. Remember 6 months ago? The saucers were flying around. When he sent this to me, I'm like, oh, no, this is a bird. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. There's something not right here. This is, it doesn't have any wings. It's not flying like it. It's nothing like. So this is that saucer ship from 6 months ago. Look it up on my channel here. It's the real deal. And it's not as close to the camera. I'm hoping, if we keep asking, we put out some good energy. That's one of the better frames. I zoomed in on it. But we need to put out some good energy. Fly up to the saucer. I think they could fly within like 400 feet is really the safe zone. Anything closer, and you're risking a lot of gamma radiation. So 400 feet will do. We zoom in on it. We can get within 100 feet of the ship. That will work. So these saucers are back. And remember, he's just right there, like 5 or 6 miles from FAA headquarters at the Will Rogers International Airport. So the FAA 100% knows about this, and I'm sure they're doing everything you can. You guys are doing a great job. If you have questions, reach out to other smart people. That's how you get answers. Super. So I'm going to keep you in the loop here. Hopefully this saucer does return and flies up to the camera again. I'm really hoping that happens this year, 2025. Let's go forward. Okay, look at this video. My roof camera caught this like a couple years ago. Crazy. Never seen anything like it. Fortunately, it was a clear night. So somebody is launching professional flares, highly professional flares. I don't know, I can tell you the next day there was a major invasion of the military looking for these dragons. This might have been like a pre-invasion to ascertain the terrain, because look what it does. When it explodes, it throws light forward only, not behind it, which is like impossible. Who has that technology to throw light only forward? So it's 180 degrees forward. And once it's getting ready to pop, it's just this crazy technology, whoever has this. And who would be doing this over the wetlands? This is coyotes and skunks are down here. Look at that. That was really fast. I'll try to go back and freeze frame it. It throws the light forward so it remains totally dark behind it. Phenomenal. Like, what is, and like I said, the next day there was a huge invasion of military, Apaches, Black Hawks, police. They did everything they could following the next day, October 26, 2022. But I'm going somewhere with this because we had this happen last week again, but it's even odder. It's more sinister or something. So we're in bed here like 9:30. I forget what was it, a Sunday night or something, 2-2. I hear this massive explosion. There's a lot of fog out here, this massive explosion. I check my roof camera and here it is. This one is not in the air. It's sitting on the ground, roughly Culver and Jefferson. Again, in the wetlands, in the middle of nowhere. I showed this to the police, to the gas company, and I showed it to the Edison DWP. Nobody knows anything. This is nuts. This is just nuts. Hear this massive, I don't have an audio on it, but believe me, it was pretty loud. That's how I heard about it. That's, in a way, it's kind of funny. So what's going on here? Somebody testing something? I gotta admit, if you had something crazy like this to test, you just test it in the wetlands, I guess. But I'm putting it out there. You tell me. A concern, not a concern, don't worry about it. No, I mean, I'm doing my part. I've shared it, but nobody knows anything. But it was massive loud explosion. That's, I mean, it's, I'm just putting it FYI. Other than that, I don't have any more information. Tell me what you think. All right, let's go to the next. Super. Okay, so I have a new viewer in the Netherlands, Hank, and he was saying, Robert, I want to start a channel. I want to start recording these. And I'm saying, great. He goes, but you know, people are just not interested in the Netherlands, and And I'm like, well, there are UFOs there. So I just quickly, just using the logic format, air shows in Netherlands, and then I'm like, oh, I hope this doesn't take 30 minutes or an hour. And I got lucky within 5 minutes. So look at these two jets. Look at this dragon coming right off the ground, just like that. So they're everywhere. There's the IP, there's the timeline. Look it up for yourself. Look at this thing. Those jets, they're going at least 300 miles an hour, if not more. Look at this dragon. He tags the first jet, no problem. Targets and the second one and tags that guy too, recons it. Just phenomenal. I mean, we kind of have a little bit of understanding. We understand their psychology a little bit. We know where and when they'll be. Again, if you're a new viewer, like, what are you talking about, Robert? So these things are reconning our aircraft. So if you watch air shows, Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, air shows anywhere in the world, and then look for these bullets just flying around, these dragons. They're reconning our aircraft. And you're like, why are they doing that? It's just because they are. They just are. It is what it is. I've known about this for 7 years. Doesn't seem to be an issue. I know, but it is concerning. It's like, you know, don't be so naive, Robert. This is serious. I get it. That's why I'm putting it out there. I'm sharing the information. I'm trying to share information with everyone. Disclosure 2025. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's do something with the data here. So they're all over the world. I just want to visit that real quick. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, super. So I want to show you something here, and I'm putting that in there because it's another guy's video. You can use other people's videos for educational purposes. So one reason why I also call these things dragons, because high voltage lines, you see these sparks, these arcs, those are actually called dragons. If you're a linesman in the industry, they're known as dragons, like Jacob's ladder. So this is kind of interesting. It's a great video. That's one reason also why I call them dragons, not corvettes. So on the video line here, look what happens. At 37, the dragon happens at timeline 37. And sure enough, look what happens 9 seconds later. A real dragon flies behind the guy. Look at that. The voltage was so high, it got all this attention. It's you know, if this wasn't so real, it would sound made up. It would just sound made up. So that's the real deal. When you play with high voltage lines, you create these, and that's 115,000, and that's roughly like a 4-foot dragon. So the interstate power lines are 500K. So that's about 5 times 4. Those things would be 20 feet. if you're on the interstate, that's why you cannot come within 11 feet. They say if you come within 11 feet of interstate high voltage lines, you'll just vaporize. It's just as simple as that. But according to this video, you don't even want to come within 20 feet of them. But look, you play with high voltage, and this dragon is like, hey, what are you guys doing down there? They're baitable. That's the whole point. They're baitable. You can bait these. So we can use that to our advantage again. So you can use earth drones, you can use helicopter airplanes, you can use balloons. They'll fly up, they'll recon. Or if you're big time like this, you can throw out 500,000 votes, 100,000 votes, and have your camera ready. And then sure enough, these dragons will do a cameo, and they'll just like photobomb your picture, and they'll say, hey, what are you guys doing? What's going on? And I know this is like, it's so funny. It's ridiculous, but there it is. Very serious subject, but there it is. There's all the science. You want the science? You want overwhelming video? There it is, this overwhelming video. Okay, you remember you could do this yourself. Take your camera out, landscape, record, and these things will fly by. Custodianfile@gmail.com. Until the next video, stay safe. Thank you. Take care.